just getting out here, checking out how the new environment works. All the fans, it's kind of new to me, just being here, that many of them. But it was great. I thought, we're repeating a lot of the work we got in OTAs right now, but definitely looked good as an offense. I thought that a lot of the guys were making plays, a lot of great catches. Top to bottom, it was fun, and just one of those days where I kind of had the rotation down, how it worked in Pittsburgh, and you're just getting your feet wet in a new environment here.
So how much did the transition, having the off-season workouts, be able to transition to here help?
Yeah, I mean, just mentally it's great because you get a ton of reps and you get a lot of experience at the facility in Pittsburgh. But spent a lot of that month studying and talking to coach and asking questions and trying to make sure I'm polished for camp. But you got to understand you're not going to be perfect, but it's a work in progress, and you're always working towards being perfect. So I'm excited for today. I'm gonna soak up as much as I can from the older guys and just keep competing and playing well.
Other than studying, is there anything that you felt you needed to do personally to work on coming out of the off-season workouts in the camp?
I think studying was biggest. I think I love working out. I love throwing, lifting and running, all that stuff. And I think being in physical shape has never been an issue for me. But I've learned to enjoy studying through college and just my preparation plan and how that works for me. So it's just another step. I get to kind of learn a new way of preparing. Learn from Ben and the older guys how they go about their daily preparation, and then you kind of pull a few things from each person's repertoire and then keep moving on.
And speaking of Ben and those guys, how much have you learned being able to? You're with these guys 24 hours a day here for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's great just spending more time. Obviously in OTAs, you're there for half a day together, and so just a lot more time. Whether in your quarterback meeting or whether in the cafeteria, just kind of casually talking with the guys and learning about not only the quarterbacks but all your teammates. Trying to learn names still. Some guys that weren't there through OTAs. I got Eli Rogers back, so talked to him, met him the other day. But a lot of guys just it's just that it's why we come here. It's for that chemistry, for that that bonding of our unit.
Have you been able to, in your first few days, kind of soak all this in? History of the Steelers training here, fans, the closeness to the fans.
Yeah, we came here. All the rookies came here over July. Terry Cousins with player development took us all up, kind of got us acclimated to the whole area and how everything's gonna move. But I think once it's over, I might reflect on it. But right now, you're living period to period, moment to moment, and you're trying to soak everything you can in and learn and then go perform on the field.
On that note, have you set personal goals for yourself, in which I have to learn this by this, or perfect this, or nearly perfect this by this point?
I set pretty general, I set general goals. I set statistical goals for myself every year, where I want to be, in a year, but I write those down and keep them on my mirror at home. But I think, right now it's just making sure that you're taking care of your business, obviously digesting the information that's given to you in the meeting, and then spitting it back out in the field and producing and just enjoying it with my teammates. I got my best friend and receiver here, so that's always a plus when you got a guy that you're throwing to you're really comfortable with, as well as getting comfortable with a lot of other faces. So it's been fun. It's continued to be work in progress.
Mason, do you find yourself looking his way a lot just because of that comfort level out there?
He definitely, yeah. I mean, he's working through a lot of groups right now. He's working from the first team down to the third, and so definitely when you get him in there, it brings a different explosiveness to it. And but that's not saying I never blindly threw it to him in college. I'm not going to blindly throw it to him here. It's all part of a read and a part of a process.
How's it been working with Coach Randy so far?
Great. He's awesome. He's been really really helpful in my kind of development. Very detail oriented, very quick to spell things out. He's awesome with answering all my questions, which I have had a lot, and blowing up his phone a little bit too. So he's good. He's been fun, and looking forward to hopefully a long career with him.
Mason, we talked about your resiliency last spring. And kind of yesterday on the practice field, you had one bad play and bounced back with a great play.
Yeah.
Is that kind of an example of that? And could you talk about those two plays?
Yeah. I think, from high school on, I was always taught to play the next play. And, you know, the next one could win the game for you. So that's just my approach. I always want to, you know, whether you're playing great, whether you might have a, you know, a bad drive here or there, you always have to come back and rally the troops, show your confidence, and take the team down the field.
How did you feel after that play where the ball slipped out of your hand?
Oh, that's it's a freak play. It hasn't happened to me since like my freshman year at college, so not worried about it at all, and come back and you know, finish the day on a high note. So.